Get done up, kid! Oh boy! Oh boy, we're popping out with the Tec-9.
Damn, and you know, this is some real shit because it was a crackhead back in the day. I shot the nigga 9 times with a Tec-9 and he kept running down the alley.
Rap snitches, telling all their business, sit in the court and be their own star witness. Do you see the perpetrator? Yeah, I'm right here.
I shot that dude 9 times with a Tec-9 and he just still kept running at me. Jeez. Tec-9 spicy with it. Real spicy with it. What is going on, guys? My name is Professor Nigel, and today I'm going to be talking through the best Tec-9 setup that you can be using. Now, obviously, the Tec-9 without any attachments is a single-fire submachine gun, and that definitely confused me. First time I picked it up in Warzone, the gray Tec-9, as most of you have probably found out by now, is only single-fire, and that's the way this thing comes just kind of standard. The one thing that changes the actual rate of fire, you can find it within the muzzles. It's the burst fire repeater and the full auto repeater, but it takes some time to actually unlock the full auto repeater. So I'm going to have 2 class setups, one that you can use while you're ranking it up, and one you can use while or after you've unlocked the majority of the attachments or you've maxed out the Tec-9. So let's get into the first setup. This setup you can use once you are actually ranking up the Tec-9, and really, I'm just going to tell you, I really enjoy the Tec-9 single fire. It might be an unpopular opinion. I think now that I've actually gotten to use the full auto repeater, I think I like the full auto repeater more, but that's not to say that the Tec-9 single fire is a bad gun. In 3v3 face-off and 6v6 as well, that was the 2 places that I used this the most, and that's where I think the Tec-9 is best. Obviously, once you get the full auto repeater, I think you can use it on some of the smaller maps or mid-sized maps, something like Nuketown or Hijacked or anything like that. But single fire, 3v3, and 6v6 face-off, those really small maps, this thing is an actual beast. No recoil, and because obviously it's single fire, it's super easy to control. And up close and personal, it's like 3 shots. This thing has a surprising amount of firepower, and I really think it's still a very competitive submachine gun, even while it's single fire. So let's get into the attachments. I really enjoyed using the muzzle brake, the 5.8-inch extended barrel, the steady aim laser, the foregrip, and the 30-round mag. I think that makes this thing competitive. Really, you really don't have to use any attachments. Obviously, once you unlock attachments, it always helps to throw some on, and these were the main attachments that I was using when it was single fire. Occasionally, I'd throw on a red dot, or I'd take off the muzzle, and I'd go down and I'd add either the speed tape, or once I unlocked it, the SASR jungle grip. Those, I think, are the best attachments while you're ranking up the gun, and really, you can change it however you want. Really, I think this thing doesn't need any attachments, so whatever changes you want to make, go for it, but I think that's a very simple yet effective class setup while you're ranking up the Tec-9. Once you have this thing fully ranked up, my recommendation for the best setup is the full auto repeater, the 8.1-inch task force barrel. Of course, if you don't have the 8.1-inch task force barrel unlocked, after the 5.8, I definitely recommend the 6.7-inch Ranger barrel. So we've got the task force, we've got the steady aim laser, and then once you've unlocked it, definitely the SWAT 5 milliwatt laser. And then the field agent grip and the 30-round mag. I definitely want to stick with the 30-round mag, just because the 39-round mag really brings down the aim down sight speed with on the gun. If you want to use this gun as kind of a hip fire gun, I definitely recommend sticking with the 5mm laser, and then I would maybe, if you really want to, you can try out the 39 round mag. Again, since you're not going to be aiming down your sight, if you want to have the, kind of a hip fire setup for this gun, you can dabble and try around with the 39 round mag. Definitely, if you're going to be aiming down your sight with this gun, though, I definitely would recommend the 30 round mag. It's definitely more than enough to take out a few opponents, and really, this thing has a lot of firepower, and once you throw on the full auto, as well as this barrel, it really, really kind of, cancels out the damage that gets taken away when you put on the full auto repeater. And honestly, I think it makes it even better once you put the barrel on. Let's get into the rest of the class setup. So the rest of the class setup looks like this. So as you guys saw before, I did have the Marshall up. That's just been a gun that I've been trying to rank up. I really personally recommend having the nail gun as your secondary. I think it's a really solid gun to have as your secondary that you can take out some enemies at range. The shotguns are good up close and personal, but definitely on some of the longer maps when you run out of ammo, it helps to have something a little bit longer range. If you want to throw on a pistol or anything like that, definitely go for it. For my tactical lethal and field upgrade, I'm using the stim shot, the Semtex, and the trophy system. Obviously, the Semtex and the stim shot are really just solid options for 3v3 and 6v6 and some of the smaller maps, and for obviously for face-off, as well as some of the smaller maps. And Nuketown, I like throwing the trophy system kind of in the middle of the map. I think it's a solid option. In terms of perks, I'm using Perk Read, and I'm not using any of the full 8 attachments for the Tec-9. I don't think it needs it. So for the perks, I really think this helps me for 3v3 and 6v6 face-off for the smaller maps. Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask. Tactical Mask, do yourself a favor, throw this on. It's the best perk that you can have in your first perk slot. So if you do want to end up doing 8 attachments, definitely prioritize Tactical Mask, but I like doing Perk Read. Flak Jacket and Tactical Mask is the best way to go in my opinion. Scavenger is a must, I think, in my second perk slot. I like throwing on Tracker as my second. You can use whatever, but Scavenger is the must for the second perk slot. With some of the attachments you're using, it limits the amount of ammo. I think you have less starting ammo than you usually do with some of the other attachments. So definitely Scavenger really helps out. Third perk slot, this one you can really kind of mix it up. Ghost and Ninja, I personally really love for some of the smaller maps, Nuketown, Hijacked. On face-off, you don't really need Ghost, though, because you're not really going to have any spy planes. There's no score streaks within face-off or the smaller maps, so you can definitely take off Ghost, and you can definitely throw on Cold-Blooded if you want. This really helps. You're immune to flashlights, tactical, or thermals, which I think really helps for a lot of people who snipe in 6v6 face-off and all that sort of stuff. Or if you want, you can throw on Gung-Ho. That's the rest of the class setup. I hope you guys enjoy. Stick around. Hit that like and subscribe button if this helped you out. I really love the Tec-9. I think it's one of my favorite SMGs currently in Cold War multiplayer. Obviously, this build is a little bit prioritized for multiplayer in Cold War. Try it out in Warzone, though. I think it's still very good. Let me know what you guys think, if you guys have any changes. And stick around for the gameplay. I kind of talk a little bit through the gameplay. I've got gameplay with the Tec-9 with no attachments, or the single fire attachments, as well as the full auto attachments. So really loving the submachine gun. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Guys, just really quickly before I get through the rest of these clips, I just really wanted to point out right there, I just took and right here, I took a flash and a stun right to the face. Tactical Mask absolutely saved me. That's why I really recommend doing the full setup, especially if you're going to be using this on 3v3 and 6v6. Enjoy the class setup. Hope it does well for you guys, and just enjoy how much this thing absolutely shreds. I'm sure I'll have some more gameplay up of this thing soon. Stay tuned. I'll see you guys in the next one. Yikes!
A secure. Enemy has Charlie. Taking B. Bravo locked down. We're pulled ahead. Taking C. Losing A. Close. Make the CIA proud. Charlie locked down. Losing Bravo. Losing C. A secure. Almost C. This is good as ours. Keep it tight and by the numbers. Securing B. Bring this down. Securing Bravo.